Okay, folks, we've done quite a few of these before. I'm sure this will be another one. Hopefully I can make this one turn up a treat. Yes, so folks, I still have COVID-19 from last week, and I'm still trying to, just use a bit of downtime. I just got tested at work this morning, and yep, I still have it, folks. I still have it. Fortunately, there's not that many people at work this morning because I was up early, and I normally get to work very early. So, but I've been drinking my morning coffees out of paper cups to avoid the chance of spreading to the people who work in the coffee shops that I go to. My once a day treat, even though I'm not rich. I don't have like smashed avocado or Bircher muesli, however much I wish I could. I just have coffee. I take my own lunch. So try to keep it cheap. Anyway, enough of that. Let's see what this is. It is a Lindt wrapper, a Lindt chocolate. Lindt is a luxury item, I must say, pretty much a luxury sort of a treat. So it's a luxury treat. Something I can't afford, and it's too fattening anyway, too many calories. I don't eat chocolate every day or very often. I've decided I'm going to have a small tub of ice cream every fortnight, but that's a treat. That's not something I'm doing every day or every second day or every week. And even then, I'm probably going to gain a lot of weight if I keep that up. Hopefully I won't, folks. Yeah, that's come up looking better than I thought. I think I do like the texture of that. I do wonder. So that's our Lindor, round little chocolate balls that they typically are. Trying to get this nicely arranged. This is tricky the way that I've made it. Made it really tricky. Getting hot in this outfit. It's getting a bit hot. I've got to take it off. This is what I typically wear to work, including this shirt with I don't know if you can see it because I'm not looking there, but that's got the words Packable. I work in an Australian disability enterprise, and that's the name of it. And basically I'm trying to get recognised for my talent rather than my disability. I don't want my disability to take centre stage. I don't know if I like this way that I've done this. But yeah, I'm trying to get recognised I'm trying to get on the 6 o'clock news so I can get recognised as an artist. I'm trying to get Channel 9 interested in my work, and they're really dragging their feet. They're not doing anything useful that's going to help make my life better and the lives of others better, because I don't want to live on Centrelink for the rest of my life, and I don't want to be working in a sheltered workshop for the rest of my life, or what it amounts to. They're really good though, Packable, and run by a company called New Horizons. They're really good, but I really need to get out of this. I really want to get recognised for my talent, and I want to basically shine as a photocopier artist. And I'm always getting COVID now because the buses are really, really like hotbeds for COVID, and I just can't afford. It's hard to deal with the cost of living without COVID factored in. Trying to make money off trying to live off Centrelink and the small amount of money that I get from this ADE really is difficult. And now that I seem to be getting it heaps, and they're going to want me testing because I typically come out as asymptomatic. I've never had symptoms that could be classified as suspicious COVID symptoms. They tend to fly beneath the radar in my case, and it's really difficult. I've got to keep getting. I'm going to keep getting COVID because the buses are so fucking crowded, and they're crowded, and basically heaps of people. People have become real lackadaisy about COVID. They don't, because you're allowed to go to work. Typically, in the open market, you're allowed to go to work with COVID, but a person like myself working in what's effectively, quote unquote, in the old-fashioned terminology, a sheltered workshop, basically we're not allowed to. We have to, if we get test positive for COVID, we have to stay away because we've got vulnerable people working in that place, and it's their responsibility that these vulnerable people, who mostly live in group homes, make sure they don't get sick, because if they get sick in this workplace, it's going to spread to their fucking residents, and they're going to fucking have COVID all over the shit. So it's a real big responsibility that this workshop has with its workers, and the people and the other people it services, the people in the group homes. So the group homes must be kept as close to COVID free as possible, because it's it's just going to rip through and spread, and there's lots of vulnerable people there with disabilities, and it's going to make them sick. I'm very fortunate that when I get COVID, I don't get no fucking symptoms, virtually. Pretty close to it. But the problem is, these people aren't like that. Most of them don't have that, and they could get really sick. And that would not be good, not fair on them. It's not fair for them, So I've got to play my part, and I have to keep getting tested. And if I keep getting COVID because I'm one of these people on the bus, because the buses are loaded with COVID every day, you hear coughing and spluttering and sneezing and sniffles. And yes, and that's another thing. The cold and the flu is another thing I hate. I really want to get out of this system, folks, because I can't afford it, folks. And with COVID factored in, it's even more unaffordable for me to carry out this campaign and to live. And even if I don't do this campaign, I'm not going to fucking have enough money anyway in the future. I've got no future, folks. As the idiot at school, his name was Stephen Castiglione. He said, no future, you're not going to work for Xerox. You're not going to work for Xerox. He used to repeat that in my face. He was one of the many bullies I had to deal with in that fucking school. High school, primary school. I had bullying all the time, and that's something I really find annoying, and I don't want to show that bitch that I've got no future. I want to rub it in his face. So I'm trying to get on the 6 o'clock news so I will have a future. So I will be able to be recognised as an artist. Sure, I did work for Xerox for a couple of years, or a few years, but basically I still find that I have to prove to these bitches that I'm not fucking a victim, that they are going to fucking fall on their swords and have to eat their own fucking words. So these bitches have got to fucking, that's another thing, to prove the bullies wrong. Like Stephen Castiglione, bitch. He can go fuck himself. He can go to hell, slut. But he's going to fucking be proven wrong. He's already been proven wrong already. As I said, I did work for Xerox. It's not like I missed out. I just couldn't hold down a job because of my disabilities. So, don't want to be recognised as such. So, anyway, enough of that. That's come up looking quite a treat. I think we can now call this demo quits.